What's going on, everyone? Today we are back and we're going to be talking about leveling, namely power leveling from say 70 to 90. Now, of course, we are going to talk about the fastest way, and that is a 5-way carry. We'll also be going over how you get the 5th map slot in your map device. Now, a 5-way carry is just an amazing way to level from 70 to 90. It is the quickest still, and what it is you will have a carry who will be paired with an aura bot, and they will get 4 other people to just stand in a spot and let them kill everything, so you get massive amounts of experience. Now, the aura bot will buff everyone in the party to give them max resist plus max cap, so your max resist will be higher. You get a crap ton of evasion, crap ton of armor. You'll get a bunch of energy shield. It'll make you very tanky. The other person will usually be a kinetic blast character with headhunter, and it will constantly spam the screen with kinetic blast, and will get the headhunter buffs constantly stacking to the point where they are just obliterating everything on the screen. And with Legion and a 5-way, the timeless conflict area that you get at the end of Legion, you can spawn monsters consistently and in mass quantities. This is why it's so perfect for leveling. Now, before we go further, yes, this is a 3.22 video. Yes, 5-ways got nerfed. It got nerfed by about half. But honestly, when I first saw that, I was a little pissed off because I was like, you should give people the option that don't want to go through the leveling process again. Someone like me, who's done it so many times, it is incredibly tedious. You should give them a way to skip a part of the game that they were over with, years ago, because they've been playing the game for so long. But when I tried it, yes, it is nerfed. Yes, it's about half the experience. It is still by far the quickest way to level up to about, I'd say, 90. 95 is kind of pushing it. 95 to 100, you are going to be spending a lot of currency, because that is where it's most noticeable. You used to get maybe 8 to 9% per run from 99 to 100. So you'd get, 9% to level 100. Now it's about 4%. It takes a lot, which is why most of my characters, like this one, are at 97. Because after that, it's like, okay, I'm not trying to sit in these runs all day. I'm not trying to spend too much. Also, I do not suggest running this on your first character or even your second character or any new players at all to do this. Play the game, map, find those mechanics that you love to do until the game just clicks and you're addicted like so many of us. It is not always good to skip the game and skip leveling. Most of the time, for newer players, it is not. So I don't suggest doing this if you're incredibly new to the game, but I'm not your dad. Do whatever you want. For new players, I get that this can be anxiety inducing for a lot of you. It was for me, because you are going to be with a group of other people, and if you have never done this before, bought in a carry, got in a carry, and executed the 5-way, you can be nervous to screw it up. And yes, you can screw it up, but if you watch this video, I promise it will guarantee you cannot screw it up. People will not know this is the first time you have bought in a 5-way carry. It isn't that difficult. There's only a couple things that I will go over that you can screw it up for people, but it's only 2 or 3 things, and we will go over it. Now, the timeless conflict or the Legion encounter is how you get your 5th map slot. How you do that is when you do Legion, you get splinters. You get enough of a certain kind of splinter, they turn into these emblems. If I type in emblem in the bulk item search, it will highlight the emblems. There is the unrelenting ones, and then there's the normal ones. Once you get the splinters that correspond to these emblems, enough of them, they turn into these emblems. If you put 4 of these emblems into your map, it will open the timeless conflict. It will open portals. I'm not going to do it here. You will see it when I show the example near the end of this video. Into a big open area with a big purple circle in the middle. If you go into that circle, and in the radius of that circle, it will spawn a wave of monsters. Bosses will spawn in there. If you kill a timeless conflict boss, just one, there will be a bunch of them that spawn, you will get the 5th map slot once you just kill one boss in that conflict. That is how you get the 5th map slot, so you have more fun room for activities, namely scarabs and stuff to bump up your map. Now, preparing for a 5-way, there is Two things you need. You need to cap your chaos resistance. That can be kind of difficult for many reasons. Again, you can always use the TFT search to search for items. Say, you want to get a ring with some chaos resistance. You can always do that to get your chaos resistance up and search for things that way, or gloves or anything like that. Or you can use something like a Ming's Heart Amethyst ring, which will bump it up immensely. So you can see this one has 22% implicit and 44% explicit. This is going to be 66% chaos resistance, and you can wear 2. This is what I do. But the next thing that you need, and the last thing actually, what you need is life and max chaos resistance. This reduces your maximum life. So if you can get chaos resistance from other gear, just from cheap rares, you should do it that way, because you are going to want as much health as possible also. How much health? Well, the carry will tell you 3,500 is the safe spot around there. That can be very hard to get. I usually say anything around 3,000 generally works out okay, as long as your chaos resistance is maxed. And the way I would try to get life is, obviously, if you have to, spend a couple orbs of regret and just look for some passive nodes that give you health. Put it in those just for the time being to make sure you stay alive, because you do not get experience when you're dead. Once you get your life pretty high and you have a way to max your chaos resistance, because keep in mind, the aura bot can buff you with everything else, but there's no aura that gives everyone chaos resistance. That's why that part is on you. And yes, monsters do chaos damage in Legion. If you don't have it maxed or pretty dang close to maxed, you are going to get one shot, guaranteed. Next, if you want, you can wear items that give you experience gain boosts. Namely, Helm, the Chittis Apex, that will give you 5% increased experience gain. There is the Parandus ring. Now, if you're wearing these, obviously you can't use a Parandus ring. Maybe if you just only have to use one of these, you get enough chaos res from other stuff to max your chaos res without 2 of these. You can wear one. And there is also the Supreme Truth. You can dual wield these, and those are just some examples of items. I think those are the main ones. They are off the top of my head that you can get to kind of get the most bang for your buck in a carry, because you're obviously getting more experience. And the last option is you can bring gems to level. You're going to be getting a lot of experience. It is a good time to level gems, whether it's gems you are going to use in the future, swap to, or it's gems you plan on selling. You can put them in any one of your items. You can put items with a bunch of sockets on your weapon swap, put them in there. Even on your weapon swap, items still get experience even if they aren't selected. So that is a pro tip for leveling gems for whatever purpose you are doing it. Now, as far as what gems to level, if you're looking for profit, that changes. There's always the tried and true: buy a level 1 Empower or a level 1 Enlighten. Level that up, either sell it as is, or you can hit it with a Val Orb to try and corrupt it to get that extra level. As an example, a couple leagues ago, I was buying level 1 Divergent Spark gems, leveling them to 20, hitting them with a Val Orb. If they got the up to level 21 modifier, that was worth from 50 chaos to about 3 divines. It was a very profitable kind of gamble, but not really, because really you're just getting the experience, spending your time, and then spending 1 Val Orb to hit it. Now, I don't know if Divergent Spark gems still sell like they used to. I assume they still sell decently, so that is one example you can use. But if I learned anything from the last video about buying white maps to do invitation farming, a lot of people might be doing that now. If this video even gets 1,000 views, people do that. So try and find your own gem. There is a tool that I use from the POE Academy. If I find it, I will put it in the description. It helps tell you what gems are flipping for the most. It's not the most convenient thing to use. It still almost looks like an app. Well, don't get me wrong, I don't want to bash on it, but it's not the most user-friendly thing. It can be a little bit annoying to understand, but you should go check that out. Maybe I'll do a video about it in the future about leveling gems to flip for profit. If that's something you guys are interested in, let me know in the comments. Once you have everything set and you know how you want to go into the 5-way, whether you're getting bonus experience or you're leveling gems, or you just want the levels, have your chaos res maxed and your life at a decent point. How do you find one? There are two main ways I use. You can go to trade 820. You type /trade space 820. There will be people offering 5-way carries in that channel. Or an easier and quicker way, although be it you have to use the TFT Discord, is to go to the 5-way hosting channel in the Forbidden Trove. Now, there are a lot of people offering 5-ways for different prices. Yes, they do cost between 1 and 3 or 4 divine, depending on how many runs you want to do. If you're just starting out and you just want to get to, say, from 70 to 84, 85, just see how far you can go with 1 divine for 2 runs. Once if you want to get into the mid 90s and you have some currency saved up, do 5 div for 10 runs. It doesn't matter. If you do not have your life much higher than 3,000, I don't suggest buying a ton of runs, because you might find out you are dying too much and dead people don't get experience, and you don't want to say, oh, I guess I'm dying, can I have 3.5 of my divines back? It screws it up for everyone, makes everyone wait. Some of the carries might get really annoyed, so you might want to just do 1 or 2 runs to purchase at a time, so you aren't wasting currency and you aren't screwing it up for certain people. Once you see one you like, usually you can just highlight, copy, and paste into the chat the whisper. They will put it up there for you conveniently. They will send you an invite. You will go to their hideout, or where the hideout everyone is waiting at. Now, very, 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 very important. Only pay the person who invited you, or if that person tells you, please pay the Aurabot. It's usually the Aurabot, or the Aurabot will say pay the carry, depending on who invited you. But people will scam you. Do not trade anyone but the inviter, or the person the inviter tells you to pay. I assume it's like some POE tax evasion stuff, like the Aurabot can write it off as a business expense or something, but I'm not sure. Once you are in your group, we are going to go over a 5-way. I'm not going to run one here for 2 reasons. One, my character is very squishy that I would run it with. I would probably die and waste divines. I don't feel like respecking and to be able to survive during a 5-way. Not that big a deal. And second, when I tried to do one the other day, my computer, well, not my computer, Path of Exile kept crashing. 5-ways can be relatively taxing on your computer, and even though I've never had it just flat out crash before, apparently it's deciding to do that now, so it's just better I stay away. So I'm using my own footage from another time. I was explaining a 5-way, so we will go over that, and I will just talk over it. You can see in this video, I found a 5-way. I went to the person's hideout where everyone's waiting, and I waited to pay the inviter. That was the guy that invited me. I made sure I gave him the 2 divine. We were ready to go. Now, when he opens the portals, these purple portals here, and you go in, take your mouse and move it up here. Move it up here. The reason is because if you keep spam clicking and there's a little bit of lag and you go back through this portal right here, everyone gets 1 portal. You just screwed it up for everyone. So once you start entering the area, move your mouse away from that damn portal. Do not accidentally click it. So you will move away as soon as you get in. And then you are just going to stand with everyone else around this area. Am I going to stand with everyone else? There I go. And you will notice there is a purple ring. This is a YouTube video. This is a recording of a YouTube video, so it's not going to look that good, but you see this purple ring. Do not touch the purple ring. Stay at the purple ring. That is for the Aurabot, aka the resetter. He's going to teleport in and out of it to keep spawning monsters. So those are the 2 main rules. Don't go back through the portal. Don't touch the purple ring. And then I guess the third one is stay close to the group of other people so you are always in range of the Aurabot. It's just generally a good idea. Now you see he is spamming Kinetic Blast, and then the resetter is going to spawn everyone. Your computer is going to have an aneurysm because of all the things on the screen. If this gets annoying, what you can do is you can hit P or go to any tree whatsoever. Your passive tree is the one I use, and you are not seeing all the clutter. I actually do not know if it makes it easier on your computer, because I'm pretty sure it's still rendering all of this nonsense, but it does make it a little easier on the eyes. I think it actually was helping a little for my game crashing when I was having those issues, so maybe it is a little bit easier on your computer. But you could see things go nuts. The encounter lasts for about 5.5 minutes, so you just sit here and you just collect your experience. Now, I don't know what level I was at this point, but I'm guessing above level 95. That's why my experience bar is not going up that quickly. Actually, I can guarantee I was probably like 97, 98, maybe even 99 right here, because usually, especially if you're like level 70, this thing is cooking. It is going up and up and up and up. You're getting to level probably every like 30 seconds. It's really good. Now, I just noticed something that is awesome that I see this, so I don't have to keep scrubbing through the video to see it. If you do not have max chaos res, or your life is low and you are nervous but you still want to do a 5-way, the main thing that will kill you is these green balls that will spawn, and you will see them right here. Where are they? These green balls that fly in, and then they slam down. Boom. You can move out of the way of those. Those are things that will kill you. They just killed me. This is a good example of why, if you aren't sure and you see them, you should pay attention. You can try to dodge those. Now, when you die, do not release. Stay at this screen that says Resurrect in Town, Resurrect at Checkpoint, until the encounter is finished. Because even when you are dead in here, as long as you do not release by clicking one of these and leaving, they are getting all of the experience as if you are still alive. You can still see 250 loot, 250 experience. So just stay in town so you don't screw other people out of experience. Now, when the encounter is over, it is going to spawn a lot of items. If you are alive, some of them will be allocated to you. Feel free to do a quick lap around this area to see anything that might be of value. Diviner's incubators are nice, because then you can just throw them on your item, or pretty much most incubators is good. The currency ones, especially, there's ones that give you 6 link armors, stuff like that. You know, have a loot filter up, because there's going to be so many items, it's going to be a headache if you do not have a loot filter. But you can pick up items, but do not take too long. Spend maybe 5, 10, at most maybe 15 seconds picking up certain things that are valuable, then get back in the portal and get ready for the next run. Now, if it was the last run of the carry, you can spend a little bit more time picking stuff up. But if it is not the last run, don't make people wait that long. Don't be that guy. Don't be an asshole. Pick up the stuff. Get ready for the next one. And I can see in this video, the reason I'm an idiot is I did not put on my Ming's ring, so I went in there without max chaos res. That is why I died. Thankfully, I've aged. I am smarter now. When was this video? 4 months ago. So that is how you do a 5-way carry. That is how you get from 70 to 90 or even higher incredibly quick. It was nerfed, but it is still the best way by a long shot. People also like doing breach stone rotas. I have not tried that, but I have heard from other people 5 ways are still king. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, everyone, and make sure you get followed over on twitch.tv/SafeOnTalk. I am streaming a lot. I will be streaming tonight. If you're watching this video when it goes up, I stream a lot. A lot of good people over there, as always. I answer as many questions as I can, or just feel free to come hang out with us and some of the regulars. It is a great time. But yeah, guys, hope this helped. Let me know anything I might have missed down below, and I will see you guys next time.